started here right now, everybody. How's everybody doing today? Everybody's doing pretty good today. Let's get started here, folks. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Today is Taco Tuesday. Today is Taco Tuesday, and oh boy, do I love my tacos on Tuesday. All right, everybody. Yeah. Huh? Let's get started here, folks. Just a bit. All right, everybody. How's everybody doing out there today? Yeah, it's already getting cold already. I'm out here on the East Coast. Don't know where everybody else is at. No? I think what, today is about 50 degrees out today? Not too bad. Typical October. You know? Getting some coffee started, guys. The most important meal of the day is coffee. Halloween's right around the corner, folks. It's gonna be an awkward Halloween, I think, this year, though. I'm trying to figure out what to do. I'm at a loss for words. Well, hopefully, I'm gonna try to make the best out of it. Try to do something for them, you know, because I got little ones too. You know, mine's ain't little ones anymore. They're about this little now. They're almost teenagers now, all of them. You know, I still got a young one though. He still likes Halloween and stuff. Yeah. Halloween's fun. Get to dress up and be a goofball, right? It's like that one time of the year where you get to be you get to express your inner goofball and not feel too bad about it, right? That's gonna get stripped away from everybody this year. No. All right. Let's get down into business here today, folks. So today, welcome to my stream. Today is the 27th of October, 2020. We're here. We're back in CML, Cisco Modeling Lab. Okay, still haven't updated it yet. Updated my background though. Pretty soon I'm gonna have I want to be able to go pa-ding and have graffiti pop out of my hands. Pretty soon we're gonna work on that. I'm gonna try to work on some how to automate OBS too. That'll be a next video too. We'll try to figure that out. But whatever. Again, I've been digging doing these live streams. I made a goofball out of myself. Not a goofball, but we had fun. I had fun. Obviously this was the lab we did yesterday. All right. We set up a basic network. All right. We set up a basic network where we used a. We'll just recap real quick. All right. We used a NAT interface. All right. We use a NAT interface, and then we configured our router to be allocated an IP address through Dhcp. So our router's interface, we'll say our router's outside. That makes it easier. Outside. Whoa! My atrocious spelling again is coming back. Guys, I'm horrible spelling. I'll be known for the to the worst speller ever. I promise. And it's not even something I'm glad about either. It's something I'm embarrassed about. Alright. So, router outside, enabled, sure Joe, enabled, Dhcp. So, we got an address from our NAT interface, yada yada yada, from Dhcp, and then we configured our gigabit 0-1. Remember, we configured that interface with 10.0.1.1, and then we broke that. Then we broke that network out from there into. We used a multi-layer switch. We end up using a multi-layer switch that we enabled that actually as a Dhcp server for 2 other networks, okay? And that was network 10.0.10 dot anything, you know what I'm saying? And then it was also 10.0.20.0 dash anything, you know what I'm saying? At least not anything, but within this network range right here, okay, guys. So this is our network, okay, and this is our available host right here. So I had it had 254 addresses. Okay, let me write that down for you guys. So it actually has, all right, it can go from pretty much from 1 to 254, all right? Same thing over here, so it'll be 1 to 254. That'll be the address range that Dhcp server would have allocated us. Well, it did allocate us that. Remember in our example, when we booted up, when we booted up those host PCs, I believe it was production. It was production and sales. I think that was our two networks that we had. And remember, we had those in 2 different VLANs too as well. So it was an interesting network configuration, and it worked successfully too. Still kind of sound like a puttering car now. I still can't explain the all the tracebacks I'm getting on the routers per se. Like when we give it certain configurations, we'll get those tracebacks. I still can't explain for it. That just might be just because of the it being what it is, being virtualized. Like I said again, I'm giving Cisco Modern Lab 6 CPUs. And 16 gigs of RAM. It's got plenty of storage, so it's got plenty of juice to do what it needs to do. So, but nonetheless, I mean, it's not. I'm watching it closely on EXI anyway, so it's not doing anything goofy. So we're good. But yeah, today, woo, more coffee. Man, I tell you, I'm trying to cut back on my coffee intake, but it's like I'm wiped out throughout the day. But I'll tell you, in about a second, now that this is the first time I'm getting coffee right now, I'll perk right up here in a second. All right. I wonder if the chat comes through over here like that. Still trying to get used to how to do this on YouTube, guys. How to stream live on YouTube. All right, so, all right, yeah, so, yep, and you know, our host, like I said, that kind of recaps, this, you know, this is, kind of recaps this lab right here. This lab right here, this was a lab I made last night. I was trying to get into some Spanish tree protocol, and I was getting funky with it. And then again, I was trying to use some IAS. I was trying to use some IP routing with Dhcp and Ospf with multi-layer switches to do some crazy. Again, guys, I'm all new to this, guys. So I was just trying to come up with some crazy configuration. I ended up doing some. What did it end up doing? It was doing something where it was just I don't know if it was when I enabled IP Dhcp helper command in it. If you want to catch that stream's over on Twitch. That was last night's stream. So if you want to catch it last night. But just to give you a quick recap on what happened, I enabled. It was on this. So I had 3 switches. All right, these are the 3 switches, and then these were the host. And I enabled DHCP to be fed to those multiple hosts off of different VLANs. And when I first ran into an issue with, I made the mistake with mismatching VLANs when I was doing some other stuff with Spanning Tree. But then somehow DHCP went crazy and it just started giving out addresses. It just started handing out it was handing out addresses to the same device, and I believe it was the actual switch here. But I believe it was trying to hand out addresses to each port interface though, and I think that's where something in my configuration was just letting it go crazy. I don't know if it was a broadcast storm that was enabling DHCP to go crazy, but it was funny. You catch it in the stream, you'll see it. I'm gonna go back into this lab again. That's gonna be an adventure. Now I want to figure out what happened, and I want to figure out what I went wrong and how to fix it and how to get that lab back up and running. But let's make Joe's long story short, because Joe will go down a rabbit hole all day long, everybody. So, excuse me. More coffee. Deep breaths. All right. Today, though, on the other hand, what I want to do is because I got questioned. I got questioned one time. Why was I using a switch? Why do I keep using a switch as a DHCP server? Fair enough question. You know, that's not. I guess you wouldn't practically do that. I don't know. Again, I'm new to this, guys. You tell me what's practical. But so I thought about it. So what I'm gonna do is today we're gonna set up a lab. We're gonna do the whole NAT thing again. We're gonna go through setting up a router, getting that a dynamic address. But then what we're gonna do, instead of using a multi-layer switch, what we're gonna do is we're gonna set up a Ubuntu server. Okay, guys, and we're gonna use that. Now, I don't know if the Tiny Core image or the Ubuntu image will be better at this. We'll take a look at both. You know, one might, because they're both the images have a little bit, you know, some features than others. Sometimes there's like little quirks in these images sometimes, which are pretty neat to find. Some images are better. Once you get used to using, again, I'm not an expert at using any of this stuff, guys, but what I'm finding is some images are best used in some use cases than other images, and that's the reasoning for these multiple images. Do I have a guest? Hello? You are just here for batteries. Batteries are not included. What batteries are you looking for, buddy? Batteries are not included.
But broken, so ha ha.
You're broken. Guys, remember batteries are not included? That was one of my favorite movies when I was a cop, when I was a child. That was one of my favorite movies, guys. Alright. What do we got? What do we got going on here? How we looking, stream? How we looking, pretty? Alright. We're looking good. Alright. No. Alright. Alright. So we're gonna dive into this. I'm gonna wipe my screen off. Boink. Man, I am so cheesy. I know. So I humor myself. All right, so let's create a new lab, guys. Here we go. All right, so let's do this. We're gonna call this 2. We're gonna call it YouTube Dhcp. All right, YouTube Dhcp. All right, so that's gonna be the name of our lab today. All right. If the music is too loud, guys, or if my head is too big, just tell me, guys. You know, I'm here to make sure you guys, you know, enjoy how this looks too at the same time. So, all right. So let's get a exterior connection. Let's go here. Let's get a wait for a second. Grab a router. We're gonna rename these two real quick. And like I said, non-entry. All right, let me. Yeah, that's fine. We'll grab a unmanaged switched. All right. And like I said, I don't know if the server image or the Ubuntu image will be better at this. I think the Ubuntu image will be better at this. Just because, what is this running? Tiny Core Linux. I'm not too familiar with Tiny Core Linux. I mean, I'm pretty sure I can work around it. But honestly, I'm more familiar with Ubuntu when it comes to stuff like this. What's the Core OS? It's just the Core OS. And go on this Alpine. All right. So here we go. We'll grab you, and then we're gonna grab a couple. We'll grab a couple of those guys right there, or gals, or whatever. It don't matter. And that's our topology. All right. Again, let's keep it simple. Let's not make things too complicated for ourselves. More complicated things get sometimes, the better I am at breaking them. Zoom in. This image there. Times How does that look, everybody? Looks pretty good, I would say. You know what? Let's do this. Just a little bit more. Good. Then I can kind of bring this up a little bit. Boom. Yep. Perfect. All right. I'm happy. I'm happy. That deserves a drink of coffee. All right. Very good. All right, real quick, let's do this. Internet. I love labbing, guys. I love doing this stuff, man. I kind of like wake up every morning and I'm like, I need a lab something. I don't know why. My wife thinks I've gone insane. I probably have. You guys tell me. We're gonna name you Dhcp server. And host one. All right. Yeah. There's the kind of skinny on our topology. Easy, right? And we're gonna kind of leave everything kind of where it is too. For a reason, because what essentially we're gonna do is we're gonna hook up. Obviously, we're gonna hook up our router to our internet here. We're pretending this as this is our let me bring this back to normal size again. We're pretending this is as our ISP or internet, if I could spell internet. All right, service provider. All right, so that's what we're pretending. Obviously the cloud, that's what our internet is representing. And then this right here, obviously it says router, but I'll even say this is representing our home, or yeah, we'll say home router, whatever. Home router, business slash business router. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Company router. Alright. And then this right here is just a simple. So okay, yeah. So we have our internet. I just pass it out, Joe. So yeah. So you got our internet. You got our router. We're gonna make a connection to our DHCP server. When these hosts connect to the switch here, all right, and this is just gonna be an unmanaged switch, all right. That's just gonna pretty much just gonna send, the packets just through Ethernet channel, a port, an interface to our router, and our router, if our configuration is correct, it's gonna send that information to our DHCP server. DHCP server is gonna do something called this whole process is called DORA. All right, this whole DORA process is going to complete, and then it's gonna send a message back through the switch, and then it's gonna give an address to the host 1, and then it's gonna do the same thing and give an address to host 2 over here. All right, and then also then we should be able to connect to the internet as well through the host, and yeah, that'll complete our topology. Again, I've done this. We've done this in our other lab with a multi-layer switch. All right, yeah, we've got a handle on that, but I haven't done it configuring it on a Linux machine, okay? So the configuration is going to be a little bit different. It shouldn't be that complicated though, but I'm interested to do it. I haven't done it, and might as well just do it, right? So we're going to jump into that, guys. Let's do it. Let's make our before we get into things here, let's make sure we have enough interfaces here. I want to add at least one more interface to our server. So I'm going to add one more interface to our server, all right? This can get fired up. Let me just make sure this is on. Always check. Always check. Config. So NAT. All right. So that's important, guys. We want to make sure it's on NAT. Again, I'm not trying to bridge this to mine. Don't have to. There's no real reason. It's 4 interfaces. 1, 2, 3. You know what? 4 interfaces is enough. Actually, 3 interfaces is enough for what we want to do, right? Yeah. 3 interfaces are enough. So let's remove an interface from there. All right. Sometimes less is more, guys. Less is more. All right. I can just leave this alone. That's fine. These have only 1 and 1. Good to go on those. And let's start making our connections here. Yep, 0 to 0. Sure. Here. Yep, we'll say 2. And we'll say 1. And port 0 to port 2. Yep. That to 1. Keep everything clean, keep everything organized, right, guys? So there we go. We've made all of our physical connections real quick. So if we were in a physical rack, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, it would look a little bit different. The switch would be sitting on top of the router, and the router, you know what I'm saying? They'll all be sitting on the same rack, and the ISP connection would just be the connection coming in from the wall. Excuse me. Need more coffee. All right. Let's get... All right, let's get this guy... Yeah, let's get this guy. We need to get him fired up first. Yeah, let's get him fired up, and then we'll get him fired up. And then yeah, we're looking good. How's everybody doing? Anything going on in the chat? No. It's all good. So what's going on here, guys? I mean, if you've if you guys get questions about you know, what program I'm using here, and you know, anything like that at all, guys, you know, ask as we go along here. Sometimes it takes some time in between these things booting up. Sometimes the routers and the switches take a little bit to boot up. Everything else though takes doesn't take that much. We're gonna come over here. We'll actually we'll come open up a console so you guys can kind of see what it's doing when it's booting up. So it's just going through. It's just going through its initial. Ooh, this is why I need coffee. This is not good. This is not acceptable, young man. You're telling me. Coffee, 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 coffee. Bum, bum, bum. All right. So let's. We're still gonna wait on that. Okay, that's fine. Do your thing, Mister. Listen, Mister. You do your thing. I'm not. Oh wow! Look at you. Already finished. Turn my back on you for 1 second. We're not gonna go through the initial script. Let's see if we can. So we can allow through this initial configuration. Let's do it. All right. What do we got? What do we got? Love seeing those trace backs. Don't understand them. You guys are familiar with Cisco Model Lab, man. Tell me what those are, please. It's this, whatever this is. Right? It's gonna be there. Probably, again, it's probably just what it is. And there's probably nothing I can do about it. And that's fine if it is. You know, I just want to make sure I'm not doing anything wrong with this. I'm not breaking anything. Well, I guess it really don't matter. It's just all virtualized. At the end of the day, whatever. You know what? I'm going to give this router just 1 more minute. Sometimes it just takes a little bit before it, yeah. See, I knew it still needed to do some stuff. Awful host today. How dare I yawn? How dare you, young man? Okay. Alright, let's jump into this configuration. I love it. Alright, so host name. Router. Plug it. Username admin. Privilege. Team. Secret. I'm gonna say just blasting through this initial configuration real quick. If you guys have any questions about the initial configuration, just ask me. Okay. All right, not doing anything spectacular. Just doing the basic, guys. I have to just keep practicing this initial configuration. It's just part of my. It's actually just part of my training, guys. Just to make sure I keep going over it and over it until I have it down pat, guys. All right, that's it. We're just enabling SSH, generating an RSA, public-private key pair. All right, that's it. All right. So through IP SSH 2. By 0 4 login local transport SSH switch secret. So that's our initial configuration for the most part. That just sets that up. So let's just do a do right real quick. Do right. Do right. Look at we're Mr. Router. Mr. Router here. Hey, Mr. Router, it's coffee time. I need to make my own mugs, guys. I'm gonna merch my own mugs. What do you guys think? Guys, will you guys buy my mugs if I merch them out? Buy Joe's mugs and his coffee. Oh yeah, he loves it. What do you think, guys? Good sales pitch. I love it. Send it. Send it, I say. Send it. All right. Let's do this. Interface gigabit 0-0. Do IP address Dhcp. All right. We'll do a no shut. All right. We'll do it to script. Say interface. Alright, interface. We're gonna get an IP address in a second. Interface to internet. Look at that, we got an IP address. Alright. So if you're curious what I'm dancing about here. Oh, am I in the way? I am in the way a little bit. Let me see. A little bit. All right. I'll just write that out then for everybody. So we got an IP address. 192.168.245.24. All right. So we got that dynamically allocated to us. That's in this in the 24 subnet mask network. Okay. And yeah. Okay. Cool. Cool. Keep it moving. Sir, yes, sir. All right. Yeah. Okay. So that's that. All right. All right. So we have. Let's think about things real quick. We got an IP address now on our interface, so yeah, we should be able to ping do ping 8888888. There you go. All right, so yeah, so all right, so we're good. So we're out to the internet already, as always. So we're good to go there. Our initial configuration's up and running. So boom, step one, check. All right. Next, let's think about IP addressing on how we're going to handle the network for the server, and then how we're going to handle the network for our host. Okay. Now, we're going to make this interesting. And not complicated, all right? So we're gonna say boom, 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 boom. Hold on, pop it down. Let's do this, guys. So we got our router. All right, Mr. Router. Stop shaking. I didn't tell you to shake. All right, we got our router. That's connected out to the Oh, Joe, come on. You got a blue, don't you? That can be the internet. I got a blue. We'll make that the internet. for our cloud, alright, internet. Alright. And then on this interface right here, guys. Alright, so this interface is gigabit 0-0. Alright. And then that got dynamically allocated 192.168.245. What did it get allocated? 245. Oh, 24. It's right there, Joe. 24. Alright. So that's what that is. And then over here, we're going to, this is going to be our DHCP server. So DHCP, all right, server. All right. Now, and then obviously then we have our, we're going to have our host over here, host network. All right. So let's think about IP addressing and how we're going to manage this. Okay. So what I'm kind of thinking, and let's take a look at what we got for interfaces too at the same time while we're doing this. So we're on our router. Let's look at interfaces. So on our the blue looks better. No, actually the red looks the best. What can you guys see better? The red looks the best. All right, so on gigabit, so I'll do GI gigabit 0-1. All right, which is this interface on our router. All right, that's going to our DHCP server, and that's actually hooked up on his EN. I love these virtual interface names. EN0, all right. S2, love it, love it. It's horrible. So, so that's what we got going on there, and then on our interface going out to our host network, we have it as gigabit interface 0-2. All right. And I'm back to where I was with how we're going to handle IP addressing. So we're going to say 172.16.32.0-24. For the server, we'll say the server network. All right. And then the host network, that'll be the 10.0. We'll say 10.network/24. All right. So those will be our networks. We'll enable OSPF. All right. So we need OSPF to know about 3 networks. All right. All right. So that's what we're gonna enable, guys. And then obviously in the mix of all that, again, this DHCP server, what it's going to dynamically allocate addresses, all right, in the 10.0.10 network. Okay, so in this network right here, the 10.0.10 network, it's gonna allocate IPv4 addresses dynamically through DHCP. Okay. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. That's kind of the ballpark where I'm going with this lab today. Yeah, simple. It's a hopefully, I'm just hoping I can successfully configure the Ubuntu image correctly. That's the only thing I'm actually worried about, guys. Other than that, I'm not too concerned with everything else. It's just getting that Ubuntu image configured right. That's what this is about. Alright, gots to slow down on the car. Alright. Let's go back. So, what do we got? Okay. You know what? Let me grab something real quick, guys. Hold on. Hold that thought. 1 second. Diagrams. Oh, guys, I'm sorry about that. Alright. So, this is what I'm thinking. Right. So, let us for. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Love it. I love it. I'm gonna do it. This is what we're gonna do. Doing some crazy stuff here, guys. We're gonna have to enable pat and nat too. But that's what I'm looking for. All right. Alright, so let's do this. IP. Cool. So we're gonna do this real quick. IP DHCP. Cool. We're gonna say server. Alright, we're gonna create a. We're only gonna create a. Because I don't want, we're just going to create a DHCP element for our DHCP server. Should that mess up things? That shouldn't mess up things. No, that shouldn't mess up things. Because that should still, if I aim it towards there, it should still be allocated. Don't worry, we got this, guys. I think I got this. I think. Okay. And we're gonna say network 172.16.32.0. I'm gonna say 245.245.245.0. All right. Do that, and then yeah, because we're gonna have to name. We're gonna take care of that interface. So we'll say default. We'll say default router, and that's gonna be yeah. Okay, so that's gonna be 172.16, and where I'm coming up with this address, I'll tell you in a second, guys. .32.100. All right. Alright, that'll be its default route. Alright. Yep. And it doesn't need DNS or nothing like that. So I'm not worried about anything like that right now. Alright, so that knows where that needs to go, and yeah, so that's good. So I can exit out of there. Now I can go into interface, gigabit. So that is 0-1, and we're gonna say IP address. You'll see here in a second, guys. 172.16.32.100, 245.245.245.0. All right, we'll say no shut. All right, that'll come up here in a second. And then, all right. And then we're gonna say, we'll give it a description. Caps lock, we're gonna say interface to servers. All right, interface to server. Let's exit. All right, so we got that. Let's do a loopback address real quick before I get ahead of myself. Interface, loopback, all right, interface 0, IP address, 1.1.1.1, 2 for 5, 2 for 5, 2 for 5, 2 for 5. Okay, we're good. I know that's automatically. I know by default it's up automatically. So I give everything a no shut just to do it. Okay, we can exit out of that. And then on interface gigabit 0-2, right? Yeah. I want to do IP address 10.0.10.100. Yeah. And that's going to be 255.255.255, and that's going to be the 10.0.10.100. That'll be the default for that host network too, guys. You'll see what I mean in a minute too. At least I hope. All right, so that's that. We'll give that a no shut, so that interface will come up. That'll come up in a second. We'll give that a descript as well. We'll say, there it is, came up. Interface to host. The host with the most. The host with the most. Okay, exit. Let's do a do right. Do right. Not a do wrong, a do right. Get it right. Grab another water real quick, guys. Grab a couple more waters, guys. Let's get back to business, man. How we doing? We're doing good on the stream. We're doing good on the stream. All right. All right. So now we need to get Ospf enabled. All right. So. Let's do router. All right. Ospf 1. It's gonna go into router interface Ospf configuration mode. Let's just do. I just want to get it all set up. So let's get it all set up. So we're gonna say 10.0. Yeah, okay, Joe. We're gonna say network 10.0.10.0. All right. I'm gonna say 255.255. Oh, it's using wildcards. Remember that. Alright. It's using wildcards. Don't get things messed up. So we'll say 0 dash 0 dot 2 for 5. Actually, yeah, 0 dot 2 for 5. So there you go. That'll get that whole 10 network. Alright. Actually, we'll go just so we're not making mistakes. 2 for 5. Okay. So there we go. That encompasses that network. The whole 10.0 anything network. All right, we'll say area 0. All right, and then we'll say network 172.16. Yeah, we'll say 172.26.32.0. Alright, we'll say 0.0.255.255. Alright, we'll say it was 0. Perfect. And that, yeah, that should cover our bases for OSPF. Yeah, that should cover our bases for OSPF. So we can exit out of there. Let's do a do right. I think we're almost just about I want to say we're pretty close on our configuration here for let's just do a do show run real quick. See what we're looking at for a configuration again. Dhcp. All right. Yep. A loopback address, gigabit Ethernet 0-0. That's being dynamically allocated. Dhcp. All right, and interface gigabit 0-1. Again, so. All right, so this interface right here is gigabit Ethernet 0-1. Okay. So that's this right here. Okay. Oh, so that's this right there. All right, so that's this interface. I'll draw a little arrow. Boom. All right. So we are looking at IP address 172.16.32.100. So if you remember, if we go back up here to our DHCP, we made our default router. Our default router right there, 172.16.32.100, all right, which correlates to what we made our interface on gigabit Ethernet 0-1. All right. Now, we're not, even though we could, per se, use the router to to use as a DHCP server for the host. It's not what I'm doing right now. I am trying to figure out how to use a Linux machine as a DHCP server. So if you're saying, Joe, what are you doing, man? You've already done it. No, you'll see why. All right. So on this though, so I'm just saying that because I'm probably going to encounter that question, because you are right. But it's not what the lab I'm doing today. So this though interface right here, so this is gigabit Ethernet 0-2, and that is correlating to this interface right here, which is going to this network, okay? All right, and again, I didn't make a DHCP pool for that, so it's not, these are not going to get allocated addresses, okay? They shouldn't, and the DHCP that's being done on this interface shouldn't affect anything. At least I hope not. Because we're on totally different networks, okay? This is in the 10.0.10 network, okay? So, just putting that out there. And keep going. OSPF, we should be good. So we should be pretty good. Let's just do a do ping one more time just to make sure I didn't break anything yet. And then let me just do show IP route real quick. Everything looks good. We have a gateway last resort that got dynamically allocated to us. Our route tables are already being built by what we have built on our interfaces and whatnot. So our route table is looking good. And then we'll do a do show IP. Let me just exit out of here so we can just get some more context sensitive help, guys. That's it. Just write the configuration one more time. Alright, let's get some show commands. Do IP interface, is it? Yeah, interface, brief, right? So here we go. So got my handy dandy highlighter. Hope you guys can see that. Yeah, you guys can see that. So we're just gonna do a quick recap. So on this interface here, gigabit Ethernet 0-0, 192.168.245.24, and then on gigabit Ethernet 0-1, 172.16.32.100, and then on gigabit Ethernet 0-2, 10.0.10.100, and then loopback address 1.1.1.1. Okay, very good. And then method, as you can see, Dhcp, and then manual. All of our interfaces are up, so we're good. We can move on. And then here in about a second, we're going to see if actually yeah, we're good. We're good. All right, so we should be able to, when we fire this on, it should get it should be dynamically allocated an address. Let's hope for the best. Let's see, guys. This shouldn't take too long to boot up either. You could probably see that red behind my. Yeah, you just see it. It was right. Right. There it goes. Just booted up. Going through some boot up still. There you go. Alright, top all our console on that. The login is Ubuntu Cisco, okay? If you guys have any questions about the logins and passwords and stuff like that. So just by what I'm seeing already, we've most likely already got dynamically allocated an IP address. What's it doing? Come on, man. So Cisco Ubuntu then. Or Ubuntu Cisco. Come on, man. Whew! That was rough. Huh? Whew. Sweated a little bit on that one, guys. All right. Man, I'll tell you, sometimes I don't know if it's me or what. All right, so I think we actually got an IP address, and I'm pretty sure we did. As I can tell you right now, we did. So right here, I can already tell that we already got an IP address dynamically allocated to us, guys. Yeah, this shouldn't, because I didn't enable pat or nat on this, so on the router. Did I? Did I not? I don't think I did. We should not be able to, because I didn't enable it. And I probably should. But I don't have to. Let's just see if we can ping our we should be able to ping 192.168. What did we say our thing was? 255.24. Alright, yeah, so we can ping our router. Alright, and we'll just do an IP. Let's do IP route real quick, guys. Wait, you don't like context sensitive help? Mr. Ubuntu image? You don't like the tab? See if the IP route command works. No, IP route don't work. Alright, so let's do IP add. I don't think I can, because I don't think I could ping Google. I don't think I should be able to. No. We're gonna give that one up too. Yeah, because I didn't configure pat or nat on the router. I don't have to. Unless I should. Unless I could. Unless I want to. We might have to, and I probably should. So let's go back to the router, and let's enable actually let's just see. Yeah, we're already hitting home runs, guys. All right, we're already hitting home runs. I just have to see if there's a certain file in here. So if I do cd / etc Dhcp. Ooh, we might be in luck. We might not need to Alright, so this should have Dhcp on it. So Dhcp config. There it is, client config. So let's just take a does this have Vim, or does it have Vim? It does have Vim, but Vim might break everything. Let's do a sudo. Every time I use Vim on these things, I break things. It's alright. We'll do a sudo vim dhcp client.config, maybe. Let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this, and then this is probably the file that we need to. This is a sample configuration. Reasonable information, I believe. Butter. Alright, so let's do it. Put you back into it. 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 Alright, what do we gotta do here, man? To make you a DHB server. This is a simple configuration file for a DHCP client. See DHCP and then page for more information about the syntax of the file. So let's check out that man page too, guys. I just want to make sure we have our syntax correct on how I'm going to set this up. How are we doing out there? Pretty good? We'll jump out of there real quick, guys. We'll clear this. And then we're going to do a man Dhcp. That was Dhcp. Let's do that again. Alright, so that was man DH. Hopefully we have this this actually man page. Behold. Woo! We got it. Alright. Here we go. So let's take a read real quick. The DHCP client config file contains configuration information for the DHCP client this internet system. The file is a free form. Yeah. The client file can be used to configure the behavior of the client in a wide variety of ways: protocols, timing, information requests, server. Yeah. Okay. Protocol timing. I'm not too worried about timing. Care for that. This is just I just want to set it up. Version 6. Leaks section. Alright, so the DHCP protocol allows clients to request that the server sends specific information and not send it other information that it is not prepared to accept. The protocol also allows clients to reject offers. Remember, it's doing so when you think DHCP, you got to think DORA. Okay, it's doing a protocol, certain steps to release up the address. Okay. All right. First. Wow. Let's see. And Bloody D. How's everybody doing? Alright, there we go. Alright, so I think this is where we're at. So under alias declarations, alright, I think this is where we're gonna put our information. So some DHCP clients running TCP IP roaming protocols may require that in addition to the lease that they may require via DHCP, their interfaces also be configured with predefined IP aliases so that they have a permanent IP address even while roaming. This internet system doesn't support roaming with fixed addresses directly, but in order to facilitate such experiments, stipulation. I believe that'll be it, guys, where we put that. This following, it's a very complicated phenomenon. It should be much simpler. Alright, let's pick and choose how we do this, guys. We might run issues trying to enable this, guys. This might be a little bit over my head. We're gonna try that kick though. Let's check out that file one time now. So this would be it right here. I would just copy this whole entire file right there. Alright. I think I'm making sense of this. Probably not. But I'm trying. Alright. So let's exit out of here again. Alright, and what we need to do is so am I in the wrong? I might be in the wrong directory actually. C/user share Dhcp. Oh yeah, Joe, that was a smart idea. Sure. Sudo bin dh. It gives me absolutely no context sensitive help. Oh, let's take a look. DNS. I'm just looking, guys, at some stuff real quick before I get ahead of myself and start making 1,000,001 mistakes. Because you know I love making mistakes. Oh, so we're good. We were in the right directory, you silly man. You silly man. And then we can actually, I think we can actually configure it from here too. To do what we needed to do. Alright, let's see if we break things, guys. I love breaking stuff. Let's do it. Let's put our backs into it. Alright. Man, I hope I don't mess this up. We're gonna see though. Alright. So this is interface. This is interface EN P0 S2. We gotta undo all, yeah, we gotta unhash all this, right? I believe so. And this will be this fixed IP address of 172.16.32.1. Oh, whoa, oh, sorry. No.
When you're done, can you make something easy?
Mm-hmm. Got it, bud. Alright, so that's our fixed, that'll be our fixed address right there, because that's our address, I believe, that we got dynamically allocated to us. And it is in the subnet mask range. That. Alright. Now let's do this. Do that, undo that. We're gonna say ENP0 S2 and that one, and then this is gonna be the, I believe this is gonna be where I put that network, so this will be the 10.0.10.0 network. Here, and then the subnet mask is that, yep. And then the broadcast address will be 10.0.10.245, and then the default router will be 10.0.10.100. Right. Yep. 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 Hopefully this works, guys. I'm not sure it will. Not sure it will, but I'm gonna try that kick. You know what I'm saying? See what happens. See if we destroy everything real quick, guys. So let's do a W pound, W bang. Then we'll do a whip out of there. And then I think we got a reboot. Let me just do a cat on this file. I gotta do a sudo cat. All of our stuff is saved. Do a clear. Alright. We'll do a reboot on this real quick. Do a reboot. We're gonna see what happens, guys. I'm curious. We'll turn it back on. Grab some water. Yeah, I'm not too sure if I did that too right. I was like, it's booting up. Yep. Onto all right. Yeah. Now let's check it out now. So here we go. Fire these guys up and see if we get our addresses. I'm not too sure we will. I don't think I did that quite right. Really don't think I did. Give those a second. Those will come up real fast, guys. I'll be surprised if I did it right. I'll be shocked. How's that? My brain will explode if I do that right. Cisco, do an IP address. We get an address allocated to us? No, we did not. Alright, so I definitely did not do it right. Let's check it out here. Let's check on our services. We'll do default. Answer, operation not permitted, operation not permitted. Why is operation not permitted? Sudo. Files exist, okay. That's good. Dhcp. Oh boy, we don't have a help command, so you better know what you're doing. Oh, okay. How about IF? Okay, dash help. Let's do minus A down. Whoa. Load IF down. So we'll do IF down minus A. Alright, yeah, so we're just we're putting our interface down and then we're gonna put it up just to see if we can get an IP address. We'll see. If I didn't just break it. Might have broke it. Alright, we'll do an IP up, IF up. We do an IF up dash A. Alright. So my configuration on my server is still not good. That's possibly to do CD Dhcp sudo vim dhcp config. All right. I know this is all like, oh boy. That's what I get for trying to be smarter than what I think I am. I think I am. Definitely in it's somewhere in my configuration here, guys. I'm just not being so smart. Call it. Do a system C. Do restart DHCP. Ah! Ama! Oh, Houston. Service. See if this works. Super. Yo, DHCP, what are we talking about? We'll do DH client then. Right? That's the name of that file we keep opening, right? Just take a quick look at this. DH client. Man, I gotta stop doing it. Does not like my Alright, we'll manual reset it real quick, and then we'll put it back up, and then we'll take a look and see. Cisco. How's everybody doing? Everybody doing good out there? What everybody doing? Booting up. Yeah. Ubuntu. Cisco. Right, and here I'll do an IP up again. IP IF up. Up dash A or so it'll be IF down, so it'll be IP up. Have IP up? So it's just IP and IF. So it'll be dash A. Still nothing. Down. Man, it hates that. Let's boot them down, and we'll boot them up. See if that makes a difference. We'll see. I'll just have to go back to the drawing board and figure out how to configure a DHCP server on a Linux machine.
You know, it's funny. Well, I just want to see if I can actually ping that other side of that router too, just for ping 10.0.10.100. So we're good. I mean, I'll show you guys over here. I mean, OSPF and everything at our initial configuration. Cisco, show IP, route. Cisco, IP address. Did we get an address? No! Alright, let me just do this then real quick. Because we're not going to be able to figure that out. So here, this is what I'll do. We'll do this. This is what I was trying to do, guys. Alright, so we'll do, Stinky, bottom, stinky. It's okay. So, here we go. Do IP, pool, IP, Joe, DHCP, pool. We'll say host with the most. Alright, we're gonna say network. Alright, network 10.0.10.0. That's 2.5.2.5.2.5.0. Yep. The default router, remember, is 10.0.10.100. Alright. And yeah, that's it. Alright, so that's it. Alright, right. Alright, now hopefully now we'll actually get some IP addresses here. So hopefully we'll get some IP. Let's just do an IP IF up -A. Let's see if that did it. See if that did it real quick. Let's take them down. Just gonna take them down real quick. And once we boot them back up, we should be allocated some addresses there. So here we go. Boom. This was what I was trying to do. You'll see in a second, guys. Boom, boom, boom. But I was trying to do it with a Linux machine. Oh boy, what's wrong? Did I break you guys? I hope I didn't break y'all. There it goes. You got an IP address yet? No? Alright, down, -A. Man, if these don't want to work, I might have to just wipe these quick, which is fine. Alright, you guys don't want to cooperate? So here, let's just come over here, guys. We're gonna We'll wipe them. Come over here, we'll wipe them. Whatever. Sometimes these things don't cooperate. Not the end of the world. We'll boot them back up. It'll take a second to come back up. Sometimes they're a little goofy when they come back up this way, but it's okay. We'll deal with it as it comes. I just want to show you guys what I was attempting to do with that Linux machine before I end the stream here. That's it, guys. Hope everyone, thank y'all for joining me. All right, I want to thank y'all. It's always fun doing this stuff, guys. I love it. Love it, I love it. Cisco. All right, let's do an IP address. Did I get an IP address there? Oh, I gotta use the. Drinking too much coffee, guys. Sorry about that, guys. Alright. Let's finish up here. Let's go over here real quick. I'm gonna be goofy on me still. Cisco. IP address. Alright, what's going on, man? Over to my router real quick. Do show IP Dhcp. Cool. Looks good. Looks good. Right. Now, why am I not? Oh! Oh! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy, guys. Oh boy. We made a boo-boo. We made a boo-boo. We made a big boo-boo. Now. Ooh, I'm kind of scared now. Again, I don't think I said that alright, but I didn't have this switch on the entire time. That changes things. That changes a lot of things. This is what you get for doing things too fast, Joe. Okay. We recover, man. Woo! You're as broken as they come, aren't you? Alright, we got an IP address. See how broken I broke this one. Oh boy. I broke him really bad. I wiped him too many times. I wipe you again just for good measure. Wipe you, my friend. He was not acting very good. Die. Die. Die, private. Die. Alright. So, there you go. I mean, we got an IP address. Again, I don't know where we got it from. I don't know if we probably got it from here. We'll see. We'll run this again. And it'll tell us. Yeah, so there you go. So we've already allocated 3 addresses out. So we're allocating addresses from our router right now out to this network. That's fine. Alright, so there you go. So there's our router. Let's see if we can actually ping 7.2.16.32.1, right? Oh yeah, we can actually ping. We're pinging our server right now too. So it can ping the server. Just wasn't getting addresses from it. So there. We'll say ping 192.168.25. What did we say it was? 24. Alright, so I mean, our network works, guys. I couldn't get this. I couldn't get the Linux box to act as a DHCP server. I can get the router to enable DHCP throughout the network. You know, and there you go. So instead of using a switch to do it, I use the router off of our, you know, and all I would have to do is enable PAT on this router, PAT or NAT on this router here, and we'll be able to connect out to the internet from here off of these 2 totally different networks. Okay. So yeah, this was a fun stream. I got to work on getting my Linux skills still up to par here, but we'll come back to this and we'll get a DHCP. We'll successfully configure a DHCP. We'll leave this lab alone, and then we'll come back and we'll revisit it, and then we'll reconfigure, and we'll do it again, guys. This has been fun. Again, you know, I stream. I'm starting to stream. I'm starting to actually stream almost daily at this point. But if you guys, you know, hit me up, I do it on a couple different places. You know, you guys know where to find me. It should be up there, guys. So, thank you guys. Have a good night. Hopefully, you guys will have a happy Halloween. I'm gonna try to have a happy Halloween. I'm gonna try to do a Halloween stream. Have a little fun with it. We'll see. All right. But yeah, guys, you guys be good. Have a good night. Hope you like my screen. There's a lonely donut in the middle. Good night, guys.